Yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Tony, aka Two Tone. In today's video, we doing a news roundup. How y'all feeling here today, man? I'm feeling glorious after being at the top of the La Liga standings. You know what I'm saying? We petty early on. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me show y'all what we looking at. Got a few topics we want to talk about. Speaking of being at the top of the La Liga standings, just reviewing the game from yesterday. And I'm gonna just say this, like I said in my previous video, heart of a champion. You know, sometimes it's not gonna always be pretty, but at the end of the day, if you can get 3 points, then that's all that matters, man. Look, if you still down Lamine Yamal, other than Madridistas, right? Because obviously we understand that they gonna hate. But if you're a fan of the game and you still don't really rate Lamine Yamal, or you think that he's a bit overrated, just look at his impact when he got subbed on. Bro got subbed on, what was that, the 59th minute? And got an assist 30 seconds in. Like, see how the defense was set up when he was on the bench? And then when he gets subbed in, they can't run that low block because they have 2, 3, 4 defenders flying at him. Sometimes, man, like, if you really know ball, you gotta look beyond just the straight GA. You do. You gotta see impact. I'm not saying to ignore it. You gotta look beyond it. That can't be your end all be all looking at somebody's GA. You look at the impact, the dribbles that he completed, how he can take 2 players on and still create an opportunity with this left foot, with this right foot. He's special, man. Lamine Yamal is special, and I'm so happy to have him back. Instant impact to get us 3 points to put us at the top of the La Liga standings. And now that he got a few minutes under his belt, I think he's ready to start against PSG, and we're going to see him at his best against PSG. I'm going to be honest, we're going to need him. Without Rafinha, and if we would have been missing Lamine Yamal, wing play would have been a little bit weak. Not to say Rooney is not good enough, or not to say Rashford, but I think Rashford is somebody who needs someone to complement on the other end, and he was getting that between Rafinha, and now he's going to get that with Lamine. And those fullbacks PSG got, all those injuries they have, there are 2 fullbacks from what I've seen is still healthy. So it's good to have Lamine back, already firing. The team looks good. Just wanted to recap yesterday's game. But off to a great start in La Liga. Top of the La Liga standings. We're not even 100% healthy. And we're going to continue to get better. Wanted to knock out that. Let me know what you guys thought about yesterday's game. As we move on to Manchester United being heavily linked with Xavi. And the question that I wanted to answer and then ask to you guys, would you also follow Manchester United if Xavi takes over the club? My honest answer, no. I'm sorry, but no. I understand what Xavi is to Barcelona. I understand what he did for Barcelona as a manager. I understand all of that. But most Barcelona fans just don't rock with United. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm not a fan of Manchester United. So whenever they're struggling, I like to capitalize on it. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's gonna feel a bit weird hate watching Manchester United if they have Xavi as their manager. I really don't know what to think of that, because again, I'm always gonna have love for Xavi, but the love I have for him won't exceed the hate that I have for Manchester United, because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of United fans are bootleggers to Real Madrid. So a lot of them think alike. I can't get along with most of them. So because of that, Xavi being their manager, he's gonna try to work miracles, and good luck to him. Honestly, good luck to him. I would like to see him do well for his sake. But for United's sake, I just hope that if they end up getting him, they don't ruin my boy. Because they ruin everything else they touch. That club got some serious problems. They really do. So I hope Xavi Look, he's been waiting for a Premier League job, apparently. At least that's what Fabrizio was saying. And it really doesn't get that much bigger than Manchester United. But at the same time, while that is a challenge to behold of trying to rebuild the almighty Manchester United, I just hope that he doesn't take a step back. If he ends up going to Man United, he kind of flops, not really because of his doing, but because the club has done what they've done to all of their managers since Fergie left. So, if Xavi takes it, good luck to him. Wish him well, but that's not gonna stop me from hating on United. I'm just gonna be honest. Let me know what y'all think. Will Xavi make y'all look at United different? Would y'all still be hate watching like I am, or would you have a soft spot for him, understanding that Xavi is their manager? And I will get it if that is your response. But for me, nah, I ain't gonna lie, I can't do it. I wanted to highlight this real quick. We ain't gotta go too far in depth, but what y'all think about these El Clasico kids? These Ed Sheeran logo, the play button on there. I mean, look, it's basic. It's okay. That's all I really got to say for it. I mean, it's okay. I mean, that's really all I got to say, man. It's okay. It's not ugly, but it ain't nothing like, oh, that enhances the kit. It makes it look better. This is just like, this looks Photoshop. And I know, obviously, the real kits ain't out yet, but this is somewhat the design is going to look like. And while at the end of the day, I don't care what we wearing as long as we beat Madrid. But as far as wearing these into the El Clasico, I tell you what, if we lose, I'm blaming Ed Sheeran. I'm blaming Ed Sheeran if we lose. But yeah, these are cool, man. I think they could have done a little bit better, a little more creative. But maybe if that's his logo, maybe you got to go with that. If that's the case, if that is his logo, maybe try to pick an artist with a better logo than Ed Sheeran's. But I think it's beyond the logo, if I'm being honest, bro. It's Ed Sheeran, it's El Clasico. It's a lot of money that's going to be made selling those type of kits. So while to me, this little logo on the shirt is cool, it's a lot of Ed Sheeran fans all over the world and a lot of Barcelona fans all over the world. So you combine the two, that's a lot of money being made for the club, and I'm all for that. So cool kits, not my style, but at least they're not the worst thing I've ever seen. Hopefully it brings in some money for the club. Good news, we got Balde. They said he participated in the entire group session on today. He would be ready for PSG. So since he completed the entire group training, expect to see him in the squad. He won't, I doubt he starts, but I do expect him to get some minutes, which is always good to see. I wish he was match fit and ready to start, but I'd rather him get right for the upcoming games and then be ready for the season later on. They're trying to rush and have him start for this game because it's still a group stage. Nobody's eliminated. Nobody's winning anything by getting 3 points, drawing or losing October 1st against PSG in the Champions League. So I'm happy to see my boy back. Though I will give credit to Maldini, Gerard Martin. He's been very solid. And Eric Garcia, when asked to play in that position, he's done well enough. We haven't seen too much of Joffrey Torrens, but he's still young. He's still developing. I don't think Hansi trusts him all the way just yet. So it's good to see Balde back. Hopefully now he can stay healthy for the remainder of the season, because in my previous videos, especially in one of my biggest TikToks I have on my channel, one of the things I was talking about was Barcelona needs to find a suitable backup left back, but I don't think we need that anymore, because I do think Gerard Martin is good enough, and especially with Eric Garcia being a third string or fourth string, with Joffrey Torres being third, whatever, you can rotate that. But the starter, nonetheless, is Balde. Happy to have my boy back. Going into the next topic, more good news. My boy Mark Bernal signed a contract extension until 2029. I liked one of the quotes that he had. He was saying that the club of my dreams is, I'm happy to sign an extension. It's a dream come true. And it's also nice to see that he was talking about when he first suffered that devastating leg injury last year. One of the first people to reach out to him was Busquets. And a lot of people called Mark Bernal the Sergio Busquets regen. And if you're that player, that could make you feel some type of way. It could. Who the hell are you talking about? This kid is the next me. Depends on your kind of mindset. Obviously, Busquets, that's not him. Still a fan of the club. Still watches the club in their games. And I'm sure he heard about Marc Bernal. So him going through that injury and hearing the club's greatest player in that position, the CDM, reach out to him, be one of the first ones to just reassure that you're going to be all right, hold your head up, get through this, and get out there and be as special as you can be. Because remember that trio that was coming out of La Masia of Lamine Yamal, Kubarsi, and Marc Bernal. Marc Bernal got off a slow start only due to injury. But his potential in his position is as high as Kubarsi in center back, maybe even Lamine in right wing, just maybe. But again, made in La Masia, man. I'm glad we able to keep him. We don't have to really rely on him too much to start the year. He really haven't been playing that much, and that's fine. I would have hated for him to come back from injury, we rush him by throwing him in just to show that how much we need him. Let him gradually get back, get used to the system and what we require from that position. And he will grow into it. And I believe we will see that trio of him, Pedri, and Frenkie de Jong one day. That's my trio, my dream trio in the midfield. But I know he likes going with an attacking mid, so we'll see how that goes in the future. But Marc Bernal, 2029 contract extension. Happy for my boy. Y'all let me know what y'all think on that. Moving on. Quick little update. They said Barcelona will face Athletic Club in the semifinals of the Spanish Super Cup, and the other semifinal clash will be Real Madrid and Athletic. I believe this is also taking place in Saudi Arabia, what they've done in the past. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this. If we do what we supposed to do, this is going to be an easy one. And if I'm being honest, expect to see Real Madrid in that final yet again. So, what y'all think of this matchup? I'm hoping Nico's healthy and ready to play by the time we got to play them, because I want to shit on them. I want Barcelona to shit all over them. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do. After the move, the stunt that he put off in back-to-back summers, Nico Williams, I'm through with him. I'm through with their club and how they reacted to us even trying to talk to them. So I want them fully healthy so they have no excuses, so we can murder them. That's what I want. I want us to smash them. I'm talking 5-1, 6-1. I would like that they don't score a goal, but you probably up so much at some point they probably get one back, whatever. But decent little semifinal matchup. I'm already penciling us into the final. Y'all let me know. Y'all think we're gonna play Real Madrid or we gonna play Athletic? Because I'm already putting us in the final. So I'm not gonna ask if Athletic wins, who would they play? I'm saying when Barcelona wins, who y'all think we'll end up playing against? I think it's gonna be Real Madrid again. I know a lot of people may think Athletic, especially with how the league match just went over the past weekend. But I do think when it comes to knockout, something on the line, but as far as the trophy, Real Madrid at least would do their part to make it to the final. Now, when it gets to the final, we'll see. Could Barcelona win it back-to-back years on them? Could they get their revenge? Only time will tell. But decent little matchup between Barcelona and Athletic Club. But I do think as long as everybody's healthy, we'll blow them out. Y'all let me know what y'all think on that. Look, I wanted to touch bases on this, bro. Bartomeu and his executives are being charged for allegedly paying millions as commissions and irregular transactions in signings like Malcolm, Griezmann, etc. Set to testify in court on October 24th. This is after President Laporta filed a complaint. More, Bartomeu and his board is being charged following Laporta's complaint. The current president mentions the previous management's damage to the club, amounting to $30 million. This complaint accuses Bartomeu and company of misconduct, misuse of funds, and accounting fraud. And look, most Barcelona fans, finally, right? Finally, it looked like he's finally going to be held responsible for the damage that he's done to the club. Because not only some of his transfers, like the selection was egregious. but the amount of money that was being thrown around it just came off a bit dodgy. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like that, what was that, Pjanic move from Juventus to Barcelona for exchange of Arthur Melo, but both clubs get like 60 million or something. It was crazy, bro. Right there, I'm just like, what the hell? What the hell, man? And the Griezmann move, I never really agreed with it at the time. It was an exciting move because it's a big name transfer joining your club. And everybody, at least for myself, people like that kind of drama, right? The speculation, the links, the summer goals, and then the move finally happens, right? Big move. I remember being excited just to see us get a new player in. But my hunch, my heart, my gut was telling me, I don't know, man. Something just seems off with this Griezmann move. Remember, I think it was the summer before, we were linked to him. Didn't happen. Then the following summer, he ends up joining the club for a ridiculous amount of money. I'm not surprised now with Bartomeu being our president and news coming out that it was some dodgy, shady business going on the side. And when you do that for Griezmann and Malcolm, and I'm pretty sure with contract renewals of Neymar and little things here and there, he probably never expected the pandemic to come up to bite us in the ass. And all that money we was flaunting around, high wages, will come back to bite it. Maybe he did, I don't know. But he needs to be held accountable for how he ran the club. It was criminal. Set the club back for years. And I appreciate that President Laporta, who rebuilt the club now twice, he's the one who filed the motion, started getting that wheel turning, because he was like, it's more than just shaming his name. We need to actually do something about this. Let's press charges. Let's file a complaint. Let's see if we can get him, somebody on his team, him and his team. Let's get them behind bars, man. Let's get them sent to prison. Let's get them fined millions and millions of dollars where it alters their life. It's somewhere along that line. That's what we got to do, because part of Barcelona's reputation would never be recovered because of the Bartomeu era. So more to come on this. I'll be curious to see what he has to say in this when he testifies. But it looks like we're going to be hearing some more updates as we start to move more into the fall. But Bartomeu, man, y'all let me know what y'all think on this, because this was insane. Like the way he ran the club, bro, it was really like FIFA, but it was on borrowed money. While we have the best player in the world in Messi making a lot of money, and understandably so, to be flaunting the money that we were spending, knowing that we had it, but we really didn't have it. The pandemic just came from up under us and just wiped us out. So we're still recovering from that, but we are, I do believe we are closer to that light at the end of the tunnel. Thank God. Again, thank you to Laporta. Presidential elections is coming up. I will hope that he wins it again, because he deserves it. I think he deserves a new term as Barcelona president without trying to spend all of his time, get us back to 1-1, paying back loans and all that. You know, I want him to actually have a run at president with actually having the funds available, wages no longer deferred, stadium already built, you know, all that. I would like to have him have that opportunity, because monsters, devils like Bartomeu, not only try to ruin it for the club, but try to ruin it for anybody else that would come in to replace him. I do believe he knew what he was doing, and it's about time that the club is putting pressure on him. So more to come on that. Y'all let me know what y'all think on Bartomeu's situation. Look, I do want to touch on this before I end the video. PSG's injury list, man. This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Fabian Ruiz, even though I just saw a report saying that Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, and Vitinha is actually going to be in the squad, so you could remove those three. Kvaratskhelia, I believe he's going to be out. Marquinhos is out. Doué already confirmed out. Ousmane Dembele is going to be out. So the midfield is going to be more than likely is going to be fine. but their leader in the back line and the Ballon d'Or winner up front is going to be missing. I do believe they will have Barcola back for that, so it's unfortunate because a lot of people was looking forward to that game against Barcelona and PSG in the Champions League final. Obviously, Barcelona came up short, and we end up getting Inter and PSG destroyed Inter. But we were probably going to get a little preview of what we were going to see in that Champions League final. But when we got injuries, not as much as PSG, I'll admit. But while we're dealing with injuries, they are dealing with injuries. So a lot of people were saying, man, they should postpone the match, man, because everybody would like to see these two teams fully healthy. And I agree, but they would never postpone it. So we're just going to have to just play with what we got and hope for the best. But I do think win, lose, or draw, whoever comes out of this, especially if there's a winner, whoever loses, they'll be fine. They just got to get healthy, keep up their form that they have in league play, and they'll end up making it out of the group stage, because that's what it's all about. And maybe, who knows, maybe then we'll see them again in the group stage. So y'all let me know what y'all think on this, because I hope the players, I know Hansi Flick will make sure that they're ready, right? And it's a privilege to have a manager to make sure they're going to be on it. But subconsciously, I hope that the players don't look at PSG with all these names that's out and think that it's going to be easy. We're going to be at home, and they're going to have half their squad missing. But we need to go out there and play that to send a message not only to PSG, but to the rest of Europe. Even without Mr. Champions League from last year in Rafinha, even without him, we still need to go out there. We need to be front forward, aggressive, and we need to set the tempo, not only for this game, but for the rest of Europe to follow. So with a lot of names being out, it is unfortunate, but sometimes, bro, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. But I do think they'll be all right, and we'll be all right. And it should still be a very exciting match at the end of that day. But yeah, let me know what y'all think on that aspect. Y'all think it's going to be any easier with all these guys missing? Do y'all think that the players on Barcelona may take this for granted, as far as a lot of the players being missing, so they think it should be easier? I hope not, but y'all let me know what y'all think on that aspect. And yeah, this is just more of it. They talking about some of the previous matches, and look, we had a lot of interesting games against PSG in the past, but we not gonna get to see that level of fireworks spark due to the injuries that we were just talking about. But it still should be a fun game nonetheless. I will be streaming that match. I'll be live like 10-15 minutes before the game starts, so y'all make sure y'all subscribe and got the alerts on for that. And if you like this video, man, leave a like, leave a comment on the topics we went over today. Y'all let me know what y'all think on that. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please do leave a comment, like the video, all that fun stuff. If you missed out on my previous stream against Real Sociedad, it was a good comeback from the team. I still have that up on my channel as well. Y'all can definitely check that out. But yeah, man, I do appreciate y'all for watching my Barcelona news roundup, and I'll be getting with y'all shortly. Should have another video or so coming out before the Champions League game on Wednesday. And like I also mentioned in my previous video, FIFA career mode is coming. I just want to get some things ironed out and get that worked out. But if you want to see the first episode, it's on my Twitch. My link is in the description. If you want to watch that first episode, but I got some things to chop up in that, and then we're going to start launching the career modes on my actual YouTube channel. More to come on that. But again, I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. I do appreciate y'all for watching, man. Many blessings, and I'm gonna catch up with y'all on the next one, man. Until then, Two Tone is out.